I almost left my own meeting. That would have been interesting. Okay. We should be live. I hope. I hope we're live. Yes, we are officially live on YouTube. Hopefully we're live on Facebook. Can someone chat me to make sure my chat's working? Maybe you could, Michael?
On Facebook? Or which one?
On either one of these. Either one platform.
We'll do in just a moment.
But we are live, folks. We are live, so... I just said hi in chat, just making sure everyone got it. But welcome, if you're watching me. Awesome. We're going to get started in just about less than 5 minutes or so, just to make sure that we can have a good setup here.
You are live on Facebook.
Awesome. Wonderful. All right. So, if we make sure to... What?
Facebook even tells you that you're live on Facebook. I got a notification that said you're live on Facebook.
Oh,
which is really
well, that's
cool.
awesome, folks.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, did you chat, or I just want to make sure my chat's coming through?
Let me go to the just a second.
Thanks for sticking around, folks, if you are watching us right now. This is our new setup, so we're going to see how it works today. No idea how it's going to work. Hey! Live stream works. Restream chat is on it.
Good.
All right, y'all. Should we get started with this, Michael?
I'm thinking we should. Do you want to go ahead and start us off, or how would you like to do this?
All right, I just had to shut up screen readers there. But here we go. 3, 2, 1. Hello, everyone. I'm just going to say this right now. I am not in Austin. My background looks like it. It looks like that I am standing on top of the Congress Bridge, but I am not in Austin right now. I am using a background, but I just wanted to make that clear that I just did not magically transport myself to Austin all of a sudden for this stream. So, I also have Michael Doise with me. This is the Tay's Tech Talks. We're going live on both Facebook and YouTube today. We're going to see how this new setup goes. And Michael Doise is basically the expert on Austin. He's been there for I don't know how long, but he's going to kind of talk about things that we're going to do. The whole reason we're having this, after all, is I'm going to be going to Austin. I'm going to be leaving the 3rd of December, and supposed to get back the 10th. And it's going to be great. So we just wanted to have a little bit of an informal stream on a Sunday evening to talk about, Austin, just kind of having a laid-back, chilled stream. So, hello, Michael.
Hello. I'm glad to be here. And, yeah, Austin is quite the place to be. And, yeah, I thought it would be a cool idea. The picture that Taylor has in her background is from Austin. And for folks that don't know, it looks like she's really standing on the Congress Bridge. It looks really cool. The only thing that gives it away is probably the blurriness of the camera, although it looks pretty sharp to me. But, I'm low vision, so. But also, what also gives it away is the traffic is not moving. So,
right.
And there's no car noise, in her environment. So, yeah, it's really cool. It's the Congress Bridge with the Austin skyline in her background, and I did not
put your phone on Do Not Disturb. Nice going.
Yep. Right.
Go press F6, Michael.
I know. I love my F6. There we go. That should have done it. It's really cool because you could see the skyline in the background and all those things. Like you could see different buildings. Right behind Taylor, it might be in the distance, but is the Capitol. You could actually look down Congress and actually see the Capitol, which is really cool. This picture was taken probably 5 to 8 years ago, so I'm sure a lot has changed since then, since I took this. But I figured it would be a great backdrop for what we're doing today. So, Austin the way that Austin used to be was it was a big city with a small city feel, and that's kind of changed a bit now. But there's still parts of the city where you can get that. I kind of feel like it's like museum parts of the city. It's like, oh wow, look at what it used to be, not what it is now, because we've had so many people moving in to the city. So, we're going to get Taylor here pretty soon, coming to visit and things like that. So it's going to be great. So I guess, the way we should start this thing off is, what are things that you would like to do? Like, I know you're in where you are in Michigan, but what things do you like to do there? And we'll see if we can translate those to things that we could do in Austin.
Well, let me just be real. There's really not a lot I can do here, so we're kind of starting from scratch.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay. I know, one of the things about Austin is there's always something to do no matter what day of the week or month of the year you're in. And I think we should also take messages from chat if you guys have ideas.
We should, and I'm not seeing any. So if you're in chat, if you're on Facebook, I don't know, Michael, how many viewers we have on Facebook, but if you're on Facebook or if you're on YouTube, please feel free to leave in the chat, leave questions, just say hi. I want to hear it, so.
Mm-hmm.
Please, oh, am I not live? Hold up.
You're live on YouTube.
Oh, am I?
Yeah, I believe so. And
never mind. I'm sorry. It already has 3 views. 3 people have already watched it. Okay. So, anyways, don't mind my craziness here, folks. Again, this is a new setup, but it seems to work out pretty well. Let me know what you all think about the setup.
A new old setup because you've had Restream before, but yeah.
Well, yeah, but I actually did some things during the IA cast. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But I have some reply commands in chat, so people can actually get like a chat bot from Restream that can interact with them.
Cool.
So it's a new old setup, but I did some really good customizations to it. So, anyways, we're getting off topic, but anyone in chat, feel free to say hi and to say, what you think, and, let's talk. So, let's talk. So, obviously, I know when I'm going to be in Austin, we're going to go to the Apple Store, because I don't have an Apple Store here, so that's just a given.
And we have 2 of those. We have one in South Austin at the Barton Creek Mall. That mall is a 2 to 3 story mall, depending on where you are. It's 2-story, actually. And a lot of stores are closed. One of the store nearest the bus stop was Sears, and that closed. All those stores closed a long time ago. But man, I'll tell you what, when it was a rainy day, you were taking the bus, that was the best store to go into because it was the closest one to the bus stop. The funny thing is that the closest other thing to the bus stop is the theater. And so it's weird just that, the Sears store, used to have an auto repair place and all that stuff. And it's just been closed, it's just shut. And so all that space has just been sitting there for years.
Wow. Yeah.
Barton Creek Mall is neat. They have a food court. My favorite's Chick-fil-A. They have a good Philly cheesesteak place as well. They have all the usuals, Panda Express, a lot of other places. It's pretty noisy, so that's one thing. They have elevators, escalators, all that kind of stuff. Typical mall. I kind of like it just to, it feels like a typical mall. That's where I went and traded in my computer stuff a week ago. And I might be going, I haven't mentioned this to you, but I might be going back there next weekend.
For?
They have a great AMC theater there. and they have reclining seats. They've got drink holders. It's like really fancy. Um, to watch the new Marvel Comics movie, The Eternals.
Oh, okay.
It did not come out on Disney Plus, so. And I haven't been to a theater in a while, so I might get a bunch of friends and go to the theater. So that would be
Hopefully,
fun.
yeah.
That'd be a lot of fun. So, yeah, that's one of the cool places to go, and they have some huge drinks, lots of popcorn. So,
We have a chatter. Assajev Workclaw says, you're going to watch Eternals?
yes, I am going to go watch Eternals. It looks really, really good. So I can't wait to go do that. And then, yeah, so I'm going to go do that. The neat thing about the mall, too, is they have the Apple Store. They also have, and I'm kind of curious what your thoughts are on this, Taylor. They have another store in that mall called ThinkGeek. And it is a store where they sell everything nerd related. So they sell a lot of action figures of different franchises like Harry Potter, Pokemon, and a lot of other things. And what's neat is it's a way for somebody who can't really see all these things to actually be able to experience a lot of the culture that goes with being into technology and things like that. So they also have t-shirts. They have even some computer related t-shirts sometimes, which is really cool. I've thought about getting some of those, but it's just a store for people like us that are into everything computers and technology culture and gaming and anime and anything else. So it's really neat.
I missed the name of that because we've got some chatter. So would you mind repeating that?
Yeah, it's called ThinkGeek. They even have a website. Yep.
We've just had some chatters, so.
Cool. What else have we had in the chat?
So we have Christian Birdling asked, does this theater have audio description?
Yes, it does.
Okay. And then we have...
Oh, and one of the cool things that you'll like, Taylor, is at this theater, if the headsets aren't working, they will actually give you another set. They usually keep several sets charged, and usually, if it's too much of a hassle, they give money back.
Okay, and we also have Asajev again says, looks better than the aborted TV show.
Didn't even know there was a TV show.
And it's hot topic for nerds as well.
Yeah, it kind of is.
With a smiley face.
Kind of is. That mall also has has a California pizza kitchen that's really good. I don't know if you've been to one of those or not.
I haven't. Nope.
They're in a lot of malls here. They have that mall actually has a cheesecake factory in it as well. So it's pretty nice mall. It's pretty nice. So that's kind of one of my big hangouts that I like to go to. Of course, they have an Apple store. I think they may have one or two other electronic stores. But you know what? It's been so long since I've been in there. I don't know what they have. Or it's been so long since I've looked at what they have in there. I don't remember what they have.
Yeah, we also have brick oven might be better. I think he's referring to pizza. Ashraf, do you really have to get us started on food?
Brick oven really is, well, part of coming to Austin is eating good food.
Oh, I understand that, but the problem is I'm not there yet. So that's just going to want to make me more jealous.
Brick Oven is a good pizza place, but they don't have one at the mall, and that's kind of what I was concentrating on at the moment.
Right.
We do have several Brick Oven locations, so, but the best pizza place that we will go to is actually on the street that looks like you're standing on, and that is called Home Slice.
I've heard, yeah, I think I've told you, or you've told me about that.
So Home Slice
I remember you saying something about that.
Home Slice is a really good pizza place, and they have 2 locations on South Congress. They have a sit-down restaurant that's really cool. So it's like cool for date nights, which, would go well for us.
I guess you just gave it all away. Awesome.
Yep.
Well, FYI, folks, we're just going to say it out loud.
We're
Michael
dating.
and I are dating.
Yep. And that is a big truck, whatever that is outside my window.
Oh, is it yours? I thought there's something going on.
No, that's on my side. That's convenient.
Warp Claw asks, is the parlor still going?
Yes, actually, that's a really cool one as well. So, everybody knows about my famous Walgreens trips where,
yeah.
if I want Diet Dr. Pepper, I'll go to Walgreens no matter what time of day or night.
Nope.
So,
yeah, you will.
2 blocks away from that Walgreens is a bar called The Parlor. And what's neat is, which is funny because of Asajev talking about a bar when he doesn't even drink. That is hilarious.
Well.
Yeah. And so they have some of the best pizza you'll ever eat. And some really good drinks. And it's really close to the Chris Cole Center and School for the Blind. So, as I'm sure you know, a lot of people that are blind go and drink there. So,
I'm sure, because it's pretty... Is that where you and your state friends would go hang out?
It's one of the places. There was actually a place in the Triangle called the Flying Saucer, and it was a bar. It was a beer-only bar. So, that gets mixed results because of no mixed drinks. I did not intend that pun, but it just happened. So they had some great food and great drinks. Next to it, they had a Galaxy Cafe, which was really good, and they closed both of those places, unfortunately. So we even had a good Mexican food place here in the Triangle, but they closed that as well. So a lot of places, rent is high at these places. So
I'm sure.
So, and unfortunately, a lot of these have closed. There's another mall that I go to called the Domain, and it's a walking mall. It's outside. It's an outdoor mall. And that is really loud outside.
Yeah, it really is. Because, again, I keep thinking it's on my end, and I'm like, what the...
And so at the Domain, it's kind of a high-rise structure, so there's a lot of... There's a lot of businesses on the bottom floor and a lot of residential on top. But it goes like a whole mile or bigger. And it's right next to the train tracks on Mopac. So Mopac, if you don't know, is a street in Austin. Have you heard of it before?
I haven't.
It stands for, so it's Mopac, M-O-P-A-C. And it stands for Missouri Pacific, which was a railroad. And that railroad is no longer around, but they still call it Mopac. And it's a highway here in Austin. And believe it or not, the rule of that highway is no 18-wheelers. They have to stay on I-35. The city rule is, and I don't know if it's still that way, but it was meant to be a commuter road. So, people did not use it for that. So Mopac is over there near the Domain, and that's where the other Apple store is. That's the bigger Apple store here in Austin. There was a Microsoft store over there, so I'd love to go up there and see what's in the place of the Microsoft store. They also have a Christmas tree usually during the holiday season, so we'll be able to see that and things like that.
That's gonna be awesome.
They have JCPenney's, they have like Macy's, they have all those big stores over there, Dillard's. A lot of other cool stuff. Things I don't even know what's over there.
I guess we just have to go explore together.
Or look at their websites first and then go explore.
Either way.
Mm-hmm. Do we have any chat messages?
Well, we do. Asajev just said that the pizza was his reference.
Mm-hmm.
To the
I know.
pizza.
We figured. And that was it?
No. We have another one. Okay, this is a long one. So this one is, Asajev said, this is a long one, so let me try to, okay. MOPC area. Best Frogger level to play as a blind person crossing to the defunct fries if I get my area correct.
Yeah. So he's talking about Mopac used to be where Fry's Electronics was. And that was a super Walmart-sized electronics store.
Okay.
So it said that they are closed now. But another store, and I don't know if this is something you'd be interested in, but I think it would be. There is a store here in Austin that we should go to called Discount Electronics. And I used to go there all the time. And the neat thing is that they have like refurbished and old computer parts just sitting in bins where they just put the prices on the components. Like there's motherboards just in bins. There's like RAM. There's like all kinds of stuff you could just buy for PCs just right there. They sell old Macs, old server cases, old all kinds of stuff. So that might be fun.
Yep. Payon has also joined us. Payon, I'm not even going to try to say what you just said because you kind of did one of those TTS crashers. So I'm not even going to attempt to say what you said. Like, ha ha ha. I don't even know what you're saying, but hi, Payon. We see you're here. So, hey, Payon. Welcome that you're here. Yeah, I'm really loving this setup, Michael. It's like this delay. I just looked at my stream, and the delay is like less than like 5 or 10 seconds.
Yeah, because the way that Restream works is it does the low latency.
How about Game Over Store? That's what Asajev just said.
I think Game Over Video Games is still open, and I think they are still at Lamar and Anderson. So that's a fun store, and a lot of these places actually sell like plush, stuffed animal versions of video game characters and different things like that. So that's always fun.
Payon was just saying hi.
Also, so those are some neat stores and places to go to. The bad thing is that all these places are not near each other, so you can't just like you can't just take a lift to one and get to all of them. You have to, they're all around the city. So yeah, those are some of the places that I've been to. There used to be a lot more malls, but they've gotten rid of a lot of the malls, unfortunately.
We have a couple more chatters. So Payon asks how long I'm going to be there. I'm going to be there for a week. At least that's what my flight's set up to be. So that'll be December 3rd through the 10th, but who knows what's going to happen there. We also have Asajev who says, something about Dragon's Lair Comics and Lair Fantasy and Austin Comics.
Yes.
I'm not sure. Yeah.
So there's a store that Taylor will actually have to be careful in called Dragon's Lair. They sell all kinds of comics, comic books, role-playing games, and all kinds of other stuff. And one of the neatest things, and I have a little collection of them, they sell one of the coolest things that are called Funko Pops. And they're like little collectibles of different figures, but they all have bigger heads. And they're collectibles, and so I have a bunch on a shelf up here that I'll show you when you're here. But also, the thing about that store is they always have cats running around the store.
That's gonna be a problem, folks, because I'm allergic to cats. If y'all didn't know.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that will be interesting. There's also a store called Austin Comics, which is actually not far from here. It's like a 5-minute walk from the Triangle, and that's kind of neat, especially when you get to hear the museum piece, which is their credit card terminal, which uses a dial-up modem to process credit cards. Yeah, it still does. So
Payon says you should go to a bar while you're there. Okay, Payon, we'll take that. We'll see what we can do.
I'm sure we will.
Asajev, what?
I'm sure we will.
Asajev says, I did not see that when I was at the place.
Yes, Austin Comics, when I was there in 2018, uses dial-up.
Christian Bertling says, I will be moving to Austin when I graduate high school. Thanks for the video. Very beneficial.
Cool.
Are you watching on YouTube, Christian, or are you watching on Facebook? I was just curious. I wasn't sure if you were subscribed to my channel. And where are y'all watching? I assume most of you guys are on Facebook or YouTube, but... Am I going to the Apple Store, Payon? Yes, I'm going to the Apple Store. Yep.
Both of them.
Both of them. Man, chat is going nuts tonight, folks.
Yeah. We're going to go to both
Jeff
Apple
says, YouTube. Yep, I figured you were on YouTube. But if anyone's on Facebook, I don't know if anyone is on Facebook, but if you are, say hi, because you can chat as well. Yep, I figured you were on YouTube as well, Payon.
So, yeah, those are quite a few places, but there's more. Cool. We're going to go to a restaurant on Lake Travis. It's called Hula Hut, and it is it's a place that does a fusion of Hawaiian and Tex-Mex. So a lot of their plates have a combination of like pineapple along with like regular Mexican food. You don't have to get that, but that's just some of their plates. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They even have a pineapple-based margarita, which is really interesting.
Wow. All right, folks. I'm glad I'm not sharing my sound, Michael, because we are getting inundated with chat. So
what else we got?
That would be fun. We have, let's see who we have. We've got, what about the Redline Express? Asked Jeff. Says. So,
the Redline Express, I don't know if that's the new train they're putting in or the current one. There is I call it the train to nowhere that we currently have. It goes from Leander, Texas down to downtown Austin. And that's kind of fun. We should do that just for fun when you're here.
All right.
And there's a train station right up at an apartment complex pretty close to there called Argosy. And there's a train station really close to there, and then it goes downtown. But it doesn't go to where you want to go downtown. It goes like off near I-35, and you have to walk like 5 or 6 blocks just to get back to Congress Avenue. So yeah, there's that. The other thing is like there's South by Southwest, where they have a big technology festival and film and music in March. That's a lot of fun. There's a lot of free events. And a lot of big tech companies have headquarters here, so that's all really fun too.
Okay, so we have Payon says we should go to Texas Roadhouse, and Payon also says, what about a taco shop?
There are amazing taco places here. There's one near here called Taco Deli. There is several others that are really good here in town. I really wonder what they're doing out there. Sounds like they're power washing or something. But there's some great taco places that Michael would love to visit because he's always talking about tacos.
Yeah, you'll have to visit. And Jeff asked, what is that Tex-Mex place that you used to take me and my friends to that was in the middle of nowhere?
There's a few of those, but my favorite one is called Baby Acapulco's, and they have really good Tex-Mex and really good drinks. They have a drink called the Purple Margarita, and I bet everybody that knows Austin cringed when I said that. And the reason why is that drink, people are only allowed 2. Anybody that goes in, no matter who they are, is only allowed 2. Then they cut you off completely. The reason is the Purple Margarita is not made with tequila, or it might be, but its main ingredient is an alcohol called Everclear, and that is one of the strongest alcohols you can find. And so one of them is usually enough to make me feel really good, and 2 just says, nope, that's beyond. You're done.
Wow. We have reached... let me try that again, folks. We do have an FB listener. In that time you were talking, Michael, we had 5 chat messages.
Wow.
So we are blowing up the chat. Y'all, my chat window is, like, full. Like, it's scrolling to the next line. So
Good.
it is completely and thank you everyone for watching. I'm going to go in the order that they were received. I know I sound like a customer service agent. Okay. Michael V, you're probably going to kill me. But, okay, so, let's see. Acid Jeff says that was the one. And then we have, let's see. We have, let's see, it totally put me in the wrong spot here. Okay. Okay, so we have, okay. So we have the Tex-Mex place, we addressed that. I'll have to go eat your Texas tacos, says Payon. LOL. Rachel Newland asks, she's listening via Facebook, interested in public transit near Dallas. I don't know. That's going to be a Michael question.
Oh, in the Dallas area, I don't know about their public transportation. I know that they have DART, they have a bunch of different other services, but there is also a train that goes around Dallas in the vicinity. They have pretty decent public transportation, and I get that's one thing we really haven't touched on is about the public transit here in Austin, but we'll get to that if you want to keep going with chats.
All right. Actually, there wasn't as many as I thought, but there's still a lot. So, as Jeff says, I will take the number 301C. Payon says has to go eat deer. Have fun eating deer, Payon. Wow, I just two chat messages in one thing here. This restream again. I can't say this enough, Michael. It's actually a lot easier to review chats, and I feel like I'm a lot more professional.
That's cool.
So it's definitely going to be a keeper, folks. So if anyone likes being on FB, let me know. And if you're not subscribed to the YouTube channel, go ahead and do that as well. That helps out. Customer service DMV reference. Okay. That's what Acid Jeff just said. Okay, so those are, I think, all the chats that I have at the current moment. Yeah, let's see. Yep, those are all the apartments that I have at the current moment. Or apartments? Okay. Yeah, anyways. So those are the chats that I have at the moment. So let's just go ahead and continue talking, and we're probably going to have a lot more chats coming, so.
Yep. So somebody brought up public transportation, and that's where Austin really shines as well. They have a bunch of different routes. Routes that go north to south, east and west. They even have new rapid buses, and they are putting in a new rail line that's going to go up and down North and South Lamar, down the middle of the street from what I've heard. And they're going to even put in a station here at the Triangle, so that's going to be very exciting.
Yes, Acid Jeff says 1 or 2 bedroom. 1 bedroom, Acid Jeff, unless you want to finance the other bedroom, but 1 bedroom for apartments. But yeah, that's exciting, Michael.
I'm excited for them to put that in. And, you know, the other thing that's really cool about Austin is they have a lot of music venues. So there's a lot of the places, though, that people play is at bars. So, you know, downtown we have what's called 6th Street, which is where a lot of partying happens. They actually close down the street at night to let people go down the street and party. I don't know if they still do that because of COVID-19. The other thing that they do is there's a bunch every weekend here. There's always a different festival. So, like, there's a hot sauce festival. There's there's what's called Pecan Street Festival, which is the old name for 6th Street. And there's a lot of different other festivals that they have that occur downtown. We have the Austin we have the Austin Visitors, the Convention Center, which is downtown, and we also have the Palmer Event Center, which is south of the river. It's really nice. So there's some really cool places. We have the Frank Irwin Center, which is at UT a lot of big concerts happen there. Along with that used to be where they did basketball games. I don't know if they still use it for that. It's at University of Texas, and I went to some concerts there, and so there's a lot of neat places that throughout the city.
Yeah. Aster Jeff says, yeah, it'd be cheaper, but I wouldn't make a good roommate. Yeah, Aster Jeff, I wasn't implying that either. South by Southwest, Aster Jeff always forgets about as well. But no, Aster Jeff, I wasn't implying about roommates. That was not, nope. That wouldn't work too well.
But also, we talked about South by Southwest earlier.
Yeah. He probably wasn't here.
And let's see. So restaurants, we talked about a few. Baby Acapulco's is one of my favorites. Brick Oven Pizza. What else? Hula Hut is one of my favorites. I've heard the Oasis is really good. I have not been there. There's a funny, a well-known place here in Austin. Funny name. It's called Hop Doddy, HOPDODDY Burgers. And they have all kinds of different burgers. And they have, one of my favorite things to get with it is buffalo fries. And it's basically French fries smothered with buffalo sauce and blue cheese. And they're really good. And their burgers are really, they're pretty big. And so they have a lot of those they have a lot of city-specific restaurants. There is a lot of, we have the typical chains, Chewy's, started here, I believe. We have Chili's, Chipotle. We have a burrito place called Freebirds, World Burritos, which is based out of Bryan College Station at Texas A&M. And they make burritos just like Chipotle, but more choices. So, and then we also have, we have a hot dog place that's downtown called Frank, and it's a gourmet hot dog place. That's really good. And there's a lot of other local places that, a lot of them have been shut down though. Like there was a place to get the best chicken fried steak called Threadgill's. And that was shut down during the pandemic. So there's a lot of good places to eat that were local that have been shut down.
Yeah.
But back to one thing about eating places. There's one that combines eating and watching movies called Alamo Drafthouse. And there it's a place where you could go to watch a movie. And they do descriptive audio as well. They do audio description, but you're sitting in comfortable chairs at a table, and basically you can order food and drinks at your table while watching a movie. So you could get a hamburger and fries and a drink, or this. They have a thing called Dill Popcorn, and it's popcorn that tastes like sour. And I think that was where we got that. That may have been another bar, but they have big things of popcorn. But they come in huge bowls, metal bowls. But you can order and then get refills of your drink during the movie, which is really cool. You don't have to leave your seat. Really fun, cool to go with a group to a movie. So.
Yeah, that's awesome.
All right, we got any other chats?
I don't think we have any other chats. Not yet. But again, if you're watching, like I said, if you're new to the stream, we're talking about my upcoming Austin trip. And if you are new to the stream, you may be on Facebook, just say hi, or YouTube, either way. We are ready to do that. So they also do theme viewing parties because he said my sister went to one where they served the Harry Potter themed food. That was Aster Jeff said that.
Yes, they do. And they do all kinds of stuff like that. It's really neat. And the neat thing is that before movies, they find all these obscure references and show these clips about the movie you're about to go see, which is really neat. And they are very picky about you better not be on your phone or being disruptive, or they will kick you out of the theater. So, I had a friend. I think it was the AMC theater I was at. It may have been Alamo. I don't remember which one, but I had a friend that got a text from one of her kids, and she pulled out her phone, and it was like at the time a 8 Pro Max or something, or an 8 Plus, and
either way,
one of the big phones, and she had her brightness all the way up, and she was in the theater, and just turned that thing on. It was like a big spotlight, and it was like, whoa. And somebody walked up, ma'am, we need you to turn your phone off. I was like, whoa. They ain't kidding. They will come and tell you something.
Yep.
And yeah. So but there's so many other places, and you can always get a Lyft or an Uber. That's never a problem here. And there's just some neat places to go walk. So as far as that goes, let's go into that.
Okay.
There is some amazing parks here in Austin. And so one of my favorite parks is called Zilker Park. And they have they have one of the best swimming pools here in the city, and it's a natural swimming pool called Barton Springs. But year round, doesn't matter if it's like February or July or August, the water is at 68 degrees.
Wow.
It's cold. It's cold.
Yeah.
So it's a cool place to go swimming, but it's a natural swimming pool. It's a spring. And it feeds out into the river, or as they call it, Lady Bird Lake down there.
Yep, Ask Jeff just said something about that in chat.
Mm-hmm. And all of that's part of the Colorado River. They're just a bunch of man-made lakes. And so it's really neat to go hang out there. Zilker Park used to have a train that mostly kids would ride, but it went around the whole park. And it's a natural park. So there's a lot of hiking and biking trails. I like to go walk those trails a lot, so we're going to go do that.
Yep, that's going to be fun.
Great places to go take photos and things like that. There is also they have a little place where you could go buy lemonade and kind of stuff like that while you're walking, and it's really a nice place. They even have places where you could go buy kayaks and boats and that kind of stuff, or rent them at least, and go down the river. And it's neat because there's a lot of walking bridges, and you could look down and see people kayaking down below the bridges where all these cars are going over. It's really cool. Another thing that they do is they do these boat tours, and you could ride on these boats that are have glass bottoms and actually go through Austin through the boats. And I've never done that, but it sounds fun.
That sounds fun.
Mm-hmm. They also have pedicabs where people can drive you around downtown in different parts around that area on a bike. Basically, you're in a car, they're driving on a bike. And they also have horse carriage rides that you can take, which is kind of neat. Where basically
my sister's allergic to those. We found that out the hard way.
Really?
Yeah, because we were in we were in, like Amish country, and we're like, we're going to take a horse and buggy ride. I know. We had to go get Benadryl. So
oh, no.
That didn't work too well. So, yeah. There's just a lot to do, sounds like.
Yeah, there is. And then, so Zilker Park also has, there's some museums over there. There's some really neat, there's a sculpture garden down there that's really cool. Texas School for the Blind. I don't know if they still do, but they used to bring us down there to go look at different sculptures. It's really beautiful. There's just some really, there's a bunch of museums here as well. So and because we have the School for the Blind, a lot of the museums and places are very geared towards people that are blind. So the exhibits are very interactive, which is really cool. So.
That's awesome.
Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this, since you're the one that's coming to Austin and this is your stream, what that you've heard this evening has you the most excited about?
All of it. All of it.
Okay. Like, is there any particular part of all of it that...
I just want to do everything.
Just experience everything the city has?
Yep.
Yeah, and you know, one of the cool things is during the summer, when you make it here during the summer, there's the Congress Bridge where your background is. So one of the things about that background, there's a rail to your left, and under this bridge that your background is based on, is in the summer 5 million Mexican bats. And at night, they all come out to hunt for mosquitoes. And so you could stand over the bridge and watch them just stream out like by the thousand. It's pretty crazy to watch. And what's weird is if you go under that bridge during the day, you will actually hear them chirping while they're asleep and waiting for the night.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. And you can walk under that bridge. I've done it. So it's a lot to do.
Lots to do.
So do we have any more chats?
I don't think so.
Well, cool. That's kind of the highlight of what I know that I've done and like to do. I'm sure there's a lot more things to do, and you know they're always opening new things with people moving in.
Yeah, well, let's see if we can open it up to our VIPs. So if you are a VIP member, or if you're not a VIP member and you'd like to come up on the Zoom stage on my streams, I have a link in the description for stream where you can actually become a VIP member for just $5 a month. And you can be able to come up on the stream and talk with me and Michael and whoever else is on the stream, and we'll just have a whole section dedicated to VIP listeners. So, I just pinged the Discord for the VIPs, and I'm not sure that we have any at the moment that are coming up, but if you want to become one, you can go ahead and go to tastechtalks.com, and just $5 a month, you'll also get access to the Discord and free course previews as well. So, if you pay $1 a month, you get access to the Discord. $3 a month is free first lesson previews on my TA courses. And $5 a month, you get all that plus VIP access. So if you want to support the channel, that's a great way to do it. So, I'm not seeing any VIPs at the moment. But
this has been fun, though, for sure.
It has. But if you'd like to become one and you'd like to get the Zoom links to come up on stage, then you can go ahead and do that.
And I would love to do more of these. This has been a lot of fun.
Well, it's been awesome, hasn't it? We got a lot of engagement.
Yeah, it's you know, I think it's been fun.
Cool. Well, I think that might do it then if I don't have any more VIPs or any of that stuff. You think that'll do it, Michael?
I think that's a good a place as any. It's about a little under an hour, so I thought it was a good stream.
Cool. Well, we'll see y'all later. We're going to be doing Techopolis Live as well in this format, Michael. So we're going to stream to all the destinations.
Yep.
So we're going to do it this way as well. We're going to probably schedule that. I might even schedule it tonight and have it that way. It'll go for Wednesday. That way people can be able to bookmark and RSVP and all that fun stuff. But feel free, folks, to like, comment, share, subscribe. If you're on Facebook, share it. Or if you're on Facebook as well, subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're trying to get up to 500 subscribers by the time I go to Austin. So you think we can do it? Well,
Let's
you
try.
better go subscribe. So go subscribe. We're at 319 or 320 last time I checked. We can do it, folks.
And my apologies for the dark background in my channel. I've been watching, or on my screen, I've been watching Taylor, so I have not been paying attention to how dark it's been getting in this room. So my camera feed is really dark. So, yeah.
Awesome. Well, that's okay. But anyways, folks, I think that'll do it for today, and we'll talk soon.
Awesome.
All right.
Thanks for
bye,
joining
y'all.
us, everybody.
All right. See y'all later.